What's going on, party people? How's YouTube doing this morning? Monday morning here, 10:30 a.m. And I figured I'd give you guys a quick look at a couple things that I have been carrying and that I've been working on, and story time and all that other fun stuff. So we'll get right on into it. This was a knife that I really wanted to get, and I didn't have one. Unfortunately, this was one of the knives that took me the most time in getting through the mail and coming from a company to clean up. Now, I've mentioned this to you guys before. It was almost to the point where I just almost wrapped it up, threw it in a box, sent it back to Buck. This was a direct order from Buck, because you cannot, well, I couldn't find the blade that I wanted in a spear point. I wanted this, or a drop point, how do you call it? Spear point, drop point, whatever it may be. I wanted one of these 112s, but I wanted the spear point blade. I did not want the clip point. I didn't want the clip point on this one. I just think that the blade looks just incredible on this, on the body of this. You know, the scales, the covers, the handle. Let's call it the handle, shall we? But in hand, it's just, it fits like a glove. It's a really nice piece. I've got a 110 in there with the clip point blade, all that other jazz. It's not for me. I mean, it is, I like it, but it's so big. I don't need anything that big unless I'm really doing an overnighter or a camping trip, or I really need to do some serious big time chores with that piece, because it is a big knife, let's face it. Why? I mean, back in the day, not that many years ago, that was what every man had on their hip. I remember. These were the only knives that men carried a few years back. I mean, they were that popular. They still are popular. They really are that popular still to today. But saying that, once I got it through the mail and I looked at it, I just didn't even want to deal with it. That's how bad it was. But I worked on it, and I just kept working and working. I went downstairs in my garage, plugged in the air compressor, started blowing everything out. I just soaked this thing in oil. Literally, I just dropped it in oil. Not WD-40, 3-in-1. I love 3-in-1 oil, old school 3-in-1. I just kept giving this thing a bath, and I just figured, you know what? Just drop the whole thing in a bucket, a little pan, and this starts scrubbing, cleaning with little brushes and stuff like that. Get in there. And it came back to life. It eventually came back to life, but I wanted to write to Buck, or I wanted to call them. I wanted to call them directly and mention to them that how much of a disgrace it was that they sell their product like that. Now, is it their fault? I don't know. I thought about it, and I mean, I guess that's the way they're coming off the fat. I guess they're pumping these out so much, you know what I mean? It's coming off, I would believe, some type of assembly line. They're being assembled in a dirty warehouse, factory, whatever it may be. And I guess they just don't have to clean them. They just they seal them up, put them in the box, and send them. I guess. I mean, that's the only way I could explain it. Anyway, we're getting off this tangent. We're going on this rant about the knife coming dirty. But it came out fantastic. It really cleaned up nicely. And I like this piece a lot. I really like it a lot. It still has a little bit of, sometimes it still doesn't want to close all the way. It still sometimes hangs up a little bit like that when you close it. and then you got to see, it's a little mushy. See? I can't get it to do it now, but sometimes it stays up a little bit. But it's been a fantastic carry piece. I've been carrying this on my hip for the past few days, and I love it. I really love it. It's, if you don't have a 112, you should get one. You should experience one. You should try one. The blade stock on it is really nice. This one, and I can't believe it came centered like that. Centered it. I'm just happy with the way it came. But when you open it, it's got really nice lockup. I'm surprised that it didn't come with no lock rock, no play, no nothing. It's really locked up tight. And again, if you guys could find one of these drop point, spear point blades, try one of them instead of the clip, unless you're just down with the clip point. But I just think that this looks, I mean, this is fantastic. That spear point blade, man, just does it for me on this 112. You know, you got this belly in here, and it's just it's a great, great knife. You're going to get a nice patina over the years with this, with these nice brass bolsters, and it's just a nostalgic thing. You know what I mean? It's just one of those pieces that I mean, it feels good in hand. These ebony scales feel real nice. I soak these in oil too. They're still nice and shiny, man. They feel good too. I scrubbed these with a little brush, a little soft brush, and I got dirt out of these, out of the wood. Anyway, let's not talk about this knife anymore, but it's a great piece. If you could get one in the spear point, this drop point, just try it. It's a game changer because not many people have them in the spear point. Everybody's used to handling these in the clip. You know what I mean? The clip blade. That's where you're used to handling them. This is something different. And the sheath. It takes time. You can see it's just starting to soak in again. I broke it out again because I've been carrying it, and I just want this leather. This leather is really, really thick. Stiff. And it's supposed to be that way, but I just want to, this will break in. This will break in because that's just the way I want it. I want this leather to get soft. And I love the buck sheaths. I love these sheaths. I just like the leather on them. I like the way they're made. I like the way they're constructed. And as a matter of fact, I got to order a couple. So you could buy these separate because my 110 came with a nylon pouch. And I don't like the nylon pouches. I like these leather ones. They come with a nice, big brass button. Look at that. Buck knives. I mean, come on. It's great. I like these sheaths a lot. I just like the way they're constructed. I like the rigidity of them. They're real rigid. You are not going to hurt this sheath. You're not going to hurt this thing. It's made for, I mean, it's built great. I mean, like I said, the rigidity is fantastic. So try one out, man. Let me know what you think. And I've been sharpening these two pieces. I'll show you this one in a minute. And this one just came up to a laser edge. I just take my time, man. I don't get, when I rush it, then things start happening to the blade. You know what I mean? Could I get here a little bit better? Nah. Yeah, I guess I can if I took my time a little bit more, but that right there is shaving. Hair popping. That is hair popping right there. Let me see if I got a little piece of paper here. Where's my paper at? Every time I look for a piece of paper, I don't have it. I was just doing sharpening, and I had paper. Now I don't. Let me try and cut around this phone here. Let me see. Yeah, it's as sharp as... I mean, it's so sharp. It's just so sharp. I took my time, you know. I just sit there and take my time. Hair popping sharp. Hair popping sharp, guys. Hold on. Listen how quiet that is. Listen to how quiet this goes through this piece of paper. Tell me if you can hear it go through the piece of paper. That is hair shaving sharp. You cannot get any sharper than that. I took it against the strop. I first started out with this. I think it's a 600 grit DMT. That's what I use. That's what's reliable to me. And if you're in the market, pick up one. If you really want to get fancy, get all three. You could get the 3-pack of them. You get the green, the red, the blue, all 3 grits. You could pick up, they're DMTs, and they're good. These do not, I like these because they don't dish out. You know what I mean? They don't get that concave slope in them after you use them for a few years. You got to throw your stone out. And if you paid a lot of money for your stone, it dishes out. Yeah, they sell tools where you could level them out and you could do different tricks to smooth them out. They just wear too fast for me, man. I don't know. It is what it is. But this here, that blade is about as sharp as I'm going to need it. I'm not going to say it can't get no sharper, and I'm not going to go all into that. But this thing is as sharp as you could get it. Also, this. Anyway, this piece here is my Puma. Story behind this, you could see my initials in it. It was lasered PGR. Years and years and years ago, a neighbor of mine was going through a bankruptcy. And this was, man, this was a lot of years ago, guys. And I was down his house. I used to go down there and we used to shoot the breeze. And he's like, oh, I'm going through this bankruptcy, man. My agent told me to run, since I'm going through bankruptcy, run up all my credit cards, everything. I'm claiming bankruptcy, so why not, he told me. Run your cards up. So he's on, at the time, back in the day, used to be a big Sportsman's Guide. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Sportsman's Guide, but it's the magazine that sells all this outdoor stuff, right? And we're online, and he used to do a lot of hunting, this guy. He wasn't so much a knife guy. Well, he knew about knives and all that stuff. He knew the deal. So he's like, yo, you want a knife? I was like, nah, man, nah, dude, I don't need no knife. That's all right, man. He's like, yeah, you do. I'm going to get you one. He's like, I'm claiming bankruptcy. I'm putting it on the card, man. Get yourself, pick out a knife. And this was from a Sportsman's Guide. So I picked this one out. I mean, Puma puts out, Puma's a good product, man. They really are. So I picked this one out. And he's like, yo, you want your initials on it? Lasered on there? I was like, dude, you're killing me. I was like, that's okay. No. He's like, yeah, you do. And he's pressuring me into talking into all this stuff. I was like, all right, good, go ahead, put my initials on it. So he puts my initials on there, signs up for it. There's my initials right there. PGR, as I showed you before. And lo and behold, a few days later, all our stuff came. He was ordering tents. Quality tents. He ordered a tent with the stove in it, with the vent out the top and all that. We put it together in his yard to test it. It was like $400 or $500 for this tent, man, because it had the stove in it. It was a heated tent. And yeah, that's the story with this knife here. And it's in what's that? Stag, antler, whatever it is. But I love it. I love it till today, you know. And I was just looking at it not that long ago, and I broke it out. And it had a little bit of it was dingy. So I cleaned it all up. I cleaned it really good. Gave it a nice crisp edge. Now it's back to life again. because it hasn't been out in a while. There's the edge I put on it. Well, it already had one on there. I just did it again. You know what I mean? I just tidied everything up. I cleaned it and put a fresh sharpening on the edge, and she is sharp as the dickens, man. Dickens. Look how thick that stag is. Look at that stag. Anyway, this is a Puma. I don't even know what... all I know is when I ordered it in the magazine, I was like, oh, I love that one. He's like, really? You got it. I was like, I'll take that one, dude. And that's how the story went. So this was a gift. This was a very, very generous gift, too. I think it was like a $200 knife. This is like a $200 knife that I recall, that I remember. But it's a nice knife, man. Really, really quality knife. I mean, if you felt it, you got this big, deep choil here. And when I tell you your finger, your index finger and your other 3 fingers, it just fits like a glove. Look at this. Like a glove, man. Like really, really nice grip, man. It's like the ergos on this are fantastic. Like really nice. I think it's got a little bit of a recurve in here. If you look real close, it's got a little slight recurve. Good knife, man. Good knife. The only thing that sucks on it, the only thing that absolutely sucks on it, and I want to get rid of this damn thing, it came with this cheap nylon sheath. I want to get a nice leather sheath for this knife. I really do. It deserves it. It came with this. I said, really? Really? That thing is garbage, man. It's so flimsy. I am not a fan of nylon pouches, man. They're junk. Nylon pouches are junk. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a look at that. See what you guys thought. Anyway, that's another 17-minute video there. Let me know what you guys think, man. Shoot me a comment and take it from there. If you guys need any sharpening done, Peter is right here. Peter will hook you up. Peter will put an edge on your stuff like no tomorrow. I'm no professional, but man, I'll tell you what. I could put an edge on your knife for you. Very, very nice edge on your knife. Check that out. It's pretty even, right? I think it's even. Even Stevens. Anyway, I'm babbling now. You guys be good, be well, be safe. Happy Monday, which you're probably not saying so happy about it. What's so happy about it? We'll catch you guys on the next one. And, yeah, take it from there. Oh, one last thing real quick. If you guys get a chance and you just want to see a very interesting and very, you got a little bit of time to listen to Greg Medford. He was on ODC for EDC's live last night. I happened to catch that whole live. Greg Medford, he is, you got to listen to the guy. You really do got to listen to him. He's not all what everybody thinks. You can't just jump to conclusions. Oh, he's racist, F him, F that. Don't go down that road with Greg. You know what I mean? I'm asking, be open. You have to be an open mind. He makes a lot of sense. The guy makes sense, and he just stands for what he believes in. And, you can't knock the guy for that. I will not knock the guy for that. He stands for what he believes in. That's all. He it is what it is. And a lot of his stuff, you don't have to agree with everything, but a lot of what he says is like spot on, really. It is, man. It's an eye-opener. And now I'm not just saying, oh, everybody stop buying Chinese knives, all that. No, 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 no. I'm not saying that at all. But a lot of what he says makes a lot of good sense. So if you do have time, go over and watch that video. I guarantee you'll like it and you'll learn something. You'll get something out of it. Trust me, you will get something out of it. Guys, be good, be well, be safe. We'll talk to you on the next one. Take care.